What's up guys, Pax here, and in today's video we're reviewing the M65 RGB Elite mouse from Corsair. And it's going to be kind of interesting because I have 3 generations of this mouse. I have the first generation, second generation, and 2 of the third generations. So let's dive into it, see what it's all about, and compare the differences between them all. So as you can see in front of me, I have all 4 of the M65 mice. This one's the first generation, second generation, and then the 2 on the end are the third generation mice. The big noticeable difference right away when looking at it is my first generation mouse actually has Corsair's ugly tramp stamp logo, which I'm very happy they got rid of. And on the third generation, you can see that there's lighting on the side of the scroll wheel, and they changed the lighting in the middle of your DPI setting buttons. So starting out with the first generation, it has a aluminum frame with plastic on top. On the side here where your thumb sits, you do have your sniper button to lower the DPI, and you have your forward and back button. Now every button can be programmable, so this could be a macro if you wanted it. Coming on top, you do see the Corsair Gaming tramp stamp that they did luckily get rid of. And then on top you have your DPI buttons. This is going to change the DPI of the mouse, and your scroll wheel. On the bottom of the mouse there are weights. Obviously one did break off of this mouse. The weights you can take on and off. They just screw off and screw back on depending on how much weight you like to your mouse. The only problems I've had with this mouse is one, the bottom weight broke off, and the middle button now does not work. Now moving on to the second generation, you can see they did get rid of that ugly tramp stamp. Same button on the side to lower the DPI, and your forward and back buttons. On top, you do have your DPI buttons. Again, the scroll wheel, which does have this rubber finish. Everything on the white version is a very sleek white plastic. There's not a whole lot of grip on it. On the bottom, you do have your weights and these rubber pads for easy gliding. On the back, there is a RGB light in that little tunnel right there. And then there is one up front as well. So the light on the back shines through on this Corsair logo on the back. Now this one is my daily mouse. I love this mouse. As you can tell, I have a bunch of them now. But this is one of my favorite mice to have been put out on the market. Next up, we have the third generation. So they still went with the sails for the Corsair logo. This one is the white version, and then this one is the black version. The white version has gray on the sides with the white sniper button. They did change the position and make the button a little bit smaller from the other generations. So as you can see, the button itself is a little bit smaller, but they did make the forward and back buttons bigger on this third generation. So you can see by the profile, they added more of the aluminum showing up front and took away more of the aluminum showing in the back. From the top down view, you can see they changed the lighting in the middle of the DPI buttons and made the buttons a little bit bigger. And they added lighting on the side of the scroll wheel. It gives it that like Tron look. The bottom is basically the same. You do have these rubber pads on the bottom, your weights, but it is a very nice aluminum look. So on the back of the mouse, you can see on the second generation, it is a very open hole on the back. While on the third generation, there's like little slits that the light shines through. And I do like that better because as you can see on the second generation, with it being a hole, a lot of dust gets in there and you can see it quite clearly. While on the third generation, you can't see into that hole at all. All you can see is the light. Compared to the first and second generation, the sides are a lot more grippier, while the top is still smooth. The third generation has this silver aluminum. The second generation has the black aluminum. While a lot of mice are going for an all plastic design to save weight, they still stick with the aluminum, so it feels very quality and sturdy in your hand. There's no creaking. You can just hear there's no movement in that mouse. It feels solid. So one of the best things about these mice is it's controlled by the IQ software. So you have your actions list, which you can make any button into a macro button. You can also change the lighting from the front of the mouse to the back of the mouse in any form that you want, just like their keyboards or any of their other products. And you can also set different DPI settings and different lights for those DPI settings. So no matter what your preference is of gaming with a mouse, you can get it out of this mouse. One of the best things about this mouse is it comes in at about $52. And sometimes it goes on sale for $45 or even $40. And you can pick that up anywhere from Amazon, Best Buy, or even Corsair's website. And like I said, it's not a mouse that's gonna break on you at any point. It's a quality mouse. I've had the first generation for over 8 years. And I've had no problems with it other than the weight falling off of the bottom. But it's cheap enough where it's not going to break the bank if you need to go out and get a new one. And that'll be it for today, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Hit that like button and please hit subscribe. It means a lot to me. The more viewers I can get, the more of these reviews I can start pushing out. I like to be honest in my reviews. So if something doesn't work or is broken or is just something I don't like about the product, I'm going to tell you guys. Stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you next time.